Before humanity existed, before the earth was formed, before time itself began as we understand it, a war erupted in a realm where war should have been impossible. It wasn't a conflict between mortal armies fighting over land or resources. No, this was a clash between two of the most magnificent beings ever created, the Archangel Michael and the light-bearer, Lucifer. Lucifer wasn't conceived from evil. He was, by all accounts, the pinnacle of creation. The scripture in Ezekiel describes him as perfect in beauty, the most brilliant, radiant, and powerful angel in all of heaven. He walked among the fiery stones, adorned with every precious gem. But within that perfection, a seed of pride began to sprout. His heart became lifted up, filled with vanity because of his own magnificence. His desire shifted from serving the divine to becoming the divine. He no longer wished to be a servant of God. He yearned to be God himself. This singular, corrupting thought would change the course of eternity. He famously declared, "I will ascend to heaven. I will raise my throne above the stars of God." This was the birth of rebellion. Fueled by this newfound ambition, Lucifer began his campaign of whispers and deceit. He moved through the celestial courts, planting seeds of doubt in the minds of other angels. He argued that they were powerful, self-sufficient beings who didn't need to live in service. He promised them freedom, power, and a new order with him at its head. Heaven, he claimed, should belong to them, the ones who inhabited it. His charisma was intoxicating, his logic persuasive, and many listened. The Bible tells us that a full 1/3 of the heavenly host, countless legions of angels, chose to follow him, turning their backs on their Creator. A massive rebellion, an unthinkable civil war, had officially begun in the heart of paradise. But as the shadows of rebellion spread, there was one angel who refused to bow, refused to bend his knee to pride, and refused to remain silent in the face of this ultimate betrayal. This was Michael, whose very name is a question. Who is like God? He was the warrior prince of heaven, the chief of the archangels, defined not by his own power, but by his unwavering loyalty to the throne of God. The book of Revelation gives us a stunning, concise account of what happened next, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. The greatest spiritual war ever recorded in any text, sacred or otherwise, ignited at that very moment. The lines were drawn, and the fate of creation hung in the balance. Make no mistake, this was not a symbolic war or a mere philosophical debate. It was a real, physical, and spiritual battle of unimaginable scale and power. Picture it. Legions of light clashing with legions of darkness across the cosmic expanse. It was a war of truth against lies, of loyalty against rebellion, of humility against pride. Lucifer, now a dragon of immense fury, fought with all the rage of a being scorned, desperate to seize the power he craved. Michael, on the other hand, fought with the righteous fire of divine authority, a warrior fueled by love for his Creator. For the first time since the dawn of eternity, the perfect harmony of heaven was shattered. The heavens themselves shook with the force of their cataclysmic struggle. But in the end, darkness can never truly extinguish light. It was a battle Lucifer was destined to lose from the moment his pride took root. Michael and the loyal angels prevailed. Lucifer and his followers were defeated, cast out, and thrown down from the celestial realm. Jesus himself described it, saying he saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. Lucifer didn't lose because he was weak. He was arguably one of the most powerful beings ever created. He lost because he fought against the source of all power, against God himself. His defeat was absolute, a powerful and eternal testament that no creation can ever stand against its creator. However, the war didn't end with Lucifer's fall. It simply changed locations. He didn't disappear into oblivion. He was cast down here to earth. And the very same spiritual conflict that began in heaven is now unfolding all around us every single day. You may not see the angelic armies clashing in the sky with your physical eyes, but you feel it. You feel it in your spirit. Every temptation that pulls at your heart, every lie that whispers in your mind, every internal struggle between hope and despair. This is the battlefield. The ancient war for allegiance continues, and every human soul is the territory being fought over. So the question for us today isn't who won the war in heaven. That's already been decided. The real question is, who is winning the war inside of you? You need to know you are not fighting this battle alone. The same Archangel Michael who stood against the dragon still stands. The armies of heaven still stand. God himself still stands with you. But the final choice, your allegiance in this great conflict, is entirely yours to make. Because the war that began in heaven is drawing to a close, and sooner or later, every single soul will have to choose a side. Thanks for watching.